Now, from Omaha's news leader, this is KETV News Watch 7's Chronicle.
As the weather heats up and humidity returns, the boys of summer come back to play for it all. Yes, the College World Series is here. With it comes 2 weeks of Omaha at the forefront of our nation's sports. Hello and welcome to this week's Chronicle. I'm Bill Shammert. This is the 76th year in a row Omaha will host the NCAA's College World Series. The top 8 teams in the nation face off in a double elimination tournament to see who will be this year's national champion. And it all takes place right here in Omaha under the lights of Charles Schwab Field. The College World Series has been synonymous with Omaha for decades, but let's dig into the past a bit. Chronicle's Beth Carlson uncovers how it all started and what it takes to keep the greatest show on dirt right here in our own backyard.
The general admission tickets that day were 75 cents, and the reserve tickets were $1.25. They're a little higher now.
The Deasing family has been around for most of the College World Series' 76-year-long history in Omaha.
The College World Series came to Omaha in 1950. The city had just built what was then called the Omaha Stadium.
The series first started in Kalamazoo, Michigan in 1947, then moved to Wichita, Kansas. But organizers wanted a long-term home.
So the leaders in Omaha went down to the NCAA and pitched having it here, and they agreed, and the rest is history.
Built on a love of baseball, Rosenblatt Stadium became the home base for decades of the greatest show on dirt.
What they found in this community was not only business community, but fans and the support mechanisms to make them feel like they were at home when they came here.
Envisioning the future of the College World Series, organizers pitched the next inning for its story, creating a downtown stadium at Charles Schwab Field and a 25-year contract to keep the series in Omaha.
And when we signed the contract in 2008, the head of the NCAA said, there's something special about Omaha.
Creating a legacy that includes the city itself.
They don't talk about going to the College World Series, they talk about getting to Omaha.
A legacy that Deasing wants to cement for years to come by continued investment in the game.
The infrastructure needed and the support is such that they don't want to recreate the wheel every time they go someplace. So going forward, we've got a little work to do to make sure that we continue to demonstrate that we are committed to taking this event to the next level.
It's an investment worth making. Just ask the experts.
There's a synergy there that helps the NCAA and helps Omaha. It's a synergy that I don't think can be replicated in another city very soon.
10 years out from the end of the current contract, Deasing is making a consistent promise to the NCAA and to the city.
Omaha has a College World Series and we don't want to lose it.
Beth Carlson, KETV News Watch 7.
We welcome in now Adam Strait, the CEO with Mecca here in Omaha to talk things all College World Series. Adam, thanks for being with us today.
Thanks for having me.
Let's start. Is there anything new people can expect this year at the CWS?
Me. It'll be my first one, and I'm so excited for the opportunity to be a part of such a phenomenal event. Anytime an event is synonymous to a city,
right.
You know, it's an amazing thing. But I would argue that just not an event, it's a sport, right? Every time I think about college baseball, I think about Omaha, and I think the athletes do too. But yeah, this year we've really enhanced the environment for the guest experience. We've upgraded our scoreboard systems, our lighting systems.
Yeah, they look beautiful.
They do. We've added that left field scoreboard. That always looked like it should have been there, but now it is, and then we've upgraded the right field scoreboard as well. So it's just going to be an overall better experience for the fans. I can't wait.
I know you got here in January. I have to imagine the College World Series and the opportunity to host was something that drew you to Omaha in the first place.
It did. You know, I say that the College World Series was always on my bucket list, and I guess now I'm in the bucket. But yeah, it's amazing. Again, I've always been around large scale events, been very fortunate in my career, but this is always one that I've wanted to at least attend.
Yeah, Nebraska and Western Iowa doesn't get much bigger than the College World Series. So when fans arrive, what should they know about all of the behind-the-scenes work it takes to make this happen?
That it just doesn't start that week, right? It starts all season long, getting the field ready, keeping it prepared, keeping it groomed, going through seasons of Creighton baseball, Big Ten tournament just ended, and all the maintenance and upkeep it takes to get that surface and that playing field back to its ready position. Stocking of the concession stands, cleaning of the stadium, maintenance, overall daily maintenance, preparing for a huge media contingent, and preparing the rest of the campus to welcome all of these visitors.
We're so lucky that an event like the College World Series has made Omaha home for decades now. What's the economic impact on the city as a whole of something like this?
The economic impact, I'll speak to publicity, the value of it. For a study through CWS Inc., it was $2.8 billion last year in publicity value. And that just means basically how much the word Omaha or as many times as we say Omaha in College World Series, and how many time that resonates through the
hats that say Omaha. Those
absolutely,
are so popular
throughout
now.
the community and throughout the nation and throughout the world, really.
You know, I feel like for us in Omaha, maybe there's always this fear that someday could it leave? Is that possible? What's being done to make sure it stays here?
Everything possible is being done to make sure it stays here. Is it possible? Anything's possible, right? But we're going to do everything that we can to keep it here forever. That's a big goal of mine. That was on my radar even before I got into town. It's to what do we do, and how do we again start to enhance and create these different experiences that no one else can match us, right?
For the fans from out of town that maybe haven't been in the College World Series before, that are watching this, when they walk through those gates, are there any basic things they need to remember? Clear bag policy, that kind of stuff?
I think the newest thing this year is we're allowing sealed water bottles in an attempt to keep everyone hydrated. In the past, we would allow unsealed, empty 20-ounce bottles, but this year we're allowing sealed 20-ounce bottles. And we've, last year, I think a couple years ago, we implemented water stations throughout the ballpark, so you can refill those as many times as you need to. But yeah, the clear bag policy remains in effect, and I would just tell everyone to be safe and enjoy your time. It
gets hot in Omaha, maybe not as hot as New Orleans in June, but this College World Series can get pretty warm. We only got about a minute left. What's one thing you want people to know who are coming down?
Just to enjoy our city. One thing I've learned in a very short time is we're very passionate about what Omaha is and what it means to us, what this event means to us, and what visitors mean to us. And again, another goal of ours at Mecca is to expose Omaha as much as we can, to get people here so that then they go back to wherever they're from and talk about how great of an experience Omaha was. And that'll just organically grow, and people will keep coming and possibly moving and just enjoying our great community.
That Nebraska nice shining through.
It's true, man. Yeah. It is genuine, and it is true.
All right, Adam, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks so much.
And next on Chronicle, we sit down with the company that runs the greatest show on dirt. CWS Omaha Inc. is here to explain this year's event and what you can find at this year's event.